Welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to be creating a simulation which is going to basically predict for us that who's going to win the Super Bowl match. Is it going to be Kansas City or is it going to be the 49ers? So we will add a route for that, and we're going to call that route Super Bowl. We can also add a component name Super Bowl, and similarly then we're going to be creating a folder, new folder known as Super Bowl, and in that we're going to have an index file here. Okay, this is good. We're gonna save that. Once we have the index file, okay, basically we're gonna first of all create that component in React, import React, and then we're gonna use the use state for the variables. Okay, we're gonna have our function. We can call it Super Bowl, and we can export that function. Nice. Okay, so in terms of the variables, what I can think of is like we're gonna need to know the score. So we will add the score and set score. The score is gonna be, we can make it an object with variables for both for the Chiefs and the Niners. So for the Chief, we're gonna call it 0 at the beginning, and the Niners is gonna be 0 too. Once you have that, another thing I can think of is which quarter we are in. So I'm gonna make a variable of that. So quarter and the set quarter, which is gonna be a use state, and at the beginning we wanna keep it 0. Actually, let's just keep it 1 for now. Okay. Because initially you're not gonna be in the 0th quarter, you're gonna be in the first quarter. Okay, then we're gonna have a simulation, right? So we're gonna have a function called like simulate the quarter. So that would be const simulate quarter, and then that would be, we're gonna have a chief points and we're gonna have the Niner points. So for the chief points, we're gonna have a randomly selected. We wanna keep it fair. So the game is gonna be fair. So we wanna keep the Chiefs as we're gonna randomly select. And again, we know that the max points you can have in one quarter is 13. So we're gonna make it 14. Basically, it's gonna keep it below that. Just like that, we're gonna have Niners points, which is again gonna be a math.floor, because we wanna select the lower one as it can go up to 13.99999. So we wanna select the lowest one, and math dot random is gonna be multiplied by 14. Okay, so once we have that, we wanna also say that once you get the new points for the Chiefs and new points for the Niners, what you're gonna say is like set score, and Chiefs is gonna be whatever was the previous score of the Chiefs, right? So that was score dot Chiefs plus whatever the new score is, the Chiefs points, right? That's gonna be one thing. Okay, the Niners is gonna be score dot Niners, which is gonna be Niner points. Okay. And the last thing we want to set is the quarter, like which quarter, like we're gonna increment the quarter, because next time when we're gonna be simulating the quarter, it's gonna be it's gonna incrementing and it's gonna set the quarter to the next one. Set quarter is basically it's gonna be equal to whatever it was the value of the quarter plus 1. Okay, that should do it. Then we also want to know like is the game complete, right? So for that is game complete. Basically it's gonna say that if it's gonna be complete if the quarter is more than 4. We don't want to get into 5th quarter ever. Okay, that being said, here's gonna be our JSX element, the UI element. We're gonna have initially we're gonna have our div, inside the div we wanna have a title. Basically the title is gonna be, we know that this is gonna be our Super Bowl, I think it's called 58 LVIII. So 50 and then 8 threes. So that's 8, that's 50, 58 Super Bowl. Okay, and it's a simulation. Okay, nice. Once you have the header, one other thing we wanna do is names of the teams, right? So we're gonna have our header, which would say Kansas City Chiefs, and what's gonna be the score of that? The score is going to be equal to, we're gonna call it score, and then the score dot Chiefs. Similarly, I'm just gonna copy paste the other one here. This is gonna be similarly we're gonna have it for San Francisco 49ers. So San Francisco 49ers, and the score is gonna be the score of Niners, and then that should be good. Another thing is gonna be like who won the game, right? So we wanna say that if the first of all we should have a simulation button, right? Simulation button is gonna be like, you can say but a button which is gonna be basically say that which simulate the quarter and which quarter we are in, right? But like if you click it, it's gonna have simulate quarter, yes, but we want to make this only possible if the game is not over. So we're gonna say is game complete. If it is not complete, then you should be doing this. Okay, that would let us simulate it. I'm just gonna show you a sanity check here, how things are going. So so far we have the Kansas City Chiefs, so far we have the San Francisco 49ers, we have their scores, we can simulate it, and it's gonna increment the scores, and it's gonna so what's missing is basically the final scores is missing when the game is complete. So for that what we're gonna do is when the game is complete is game complete, and When the game is complete, what we're gonna be showing is we're gonna be showing that uh, H2 uh, basically the H2 is gonna be we're gonna say game over, and also we also want to show that who won the match, and hopefully it's gonna be the Chiefs, and we will find out in the simulation. So final score Chief, that is gonna be the score dot Chiefs, and the 49ers is gonna be their score. That would show us who won with what score. Okay, that should do it. Let's bring our simulation here. I already saved that. Let's see if our simulation works. So this is the first quarter. If I run it, it is, so right now the Chiefs are leading by 10-5. Now we are in the second quarter. Now the 49ers are winning by 13 and 16 in the third quarter. Third quarter, we had the score at the end of that. Now we have a lead. The Kansas City has a lead of 28 and 23. Now if we do it again, the game is over, and the Chiefs won by 35, and the 49ers has 23. So that's how you would simulate a match between the Kansas City and the San Francisco 49ers. Thanks for watching.